Hi, it's Russell from Low Fruit Solutions, and today I'm going to be introducing our latest application offering, Slidey Bar. Slidey Bar is an instant custom sidebar for your Shopify store. It's perfect for those stores with minimal themes that currently do not support a sidebar, or for those stores where you're looking to inject additional content in a very uncluttered way. So on that note, let's take a look at how we can quickly set up and configure Slidey Bar. So I'm just going to click on the tab here, and here we have the application interface. Very simple and straightforward, as it should be. We have three tabs: Setup, Get Help, and Uninstall. And I'm just going to talk about the other two first. So within the Get Help, we have some basics on how to set up and configure your Slidey Bar. We have the options of how you can get hold of us if you require assistance, and we also have another option about reinstalling or update, which is perfect for those when you change themes or if you want to pull down a later version at your own discretion. The uninstall gives you options on how to make a clean uninstallation of the app, so we don't leave any lingering code, etc. But on that note, let's talk about how we install Slidey Bar to your current store. You'll see that there's a single button option here, Install to Theme.Liquid. If that button is not present, it means you've either already installed it, or we weren't able to determine where we could automatically inject the code, in which case there'll be a series of manual instructions on how to do it. Alternatively, you can always reach out to us and we will do it for you. In this case though, I'm just going to click on the button, and now the Slidey Bar components are being installed to your theme, and that's done. See, very straightforward. Now to configure the look and feel of the Slidey Bar, we can either click on this little option here, the link here, or we can go into our online store and click on the theme customization. So I'm just going to take the shortcut, going to click on this link, and this will take me to the theme editor. Now the theme editor should be pretty familiar to most people who've already configured their stores. It allows you to set the the colors and types and layout of your theme itself, and Slidey Bar fits directly into that. Now the first thing you will notice here is that we now have a new tab on the side, and this is the Slidey Bar. So if we click on it, it loads out, and you can see there's a search option here. This is just some of the default content that's been loaded, and you can put all manners of additional content into this particular sidebar, but for now we'll just use that as our demonstration. And to close it, it's just a click on there. It also works on mobile, so if I just go to mobile view, you'll see here we go, the Slidey Bar is there. A simple click on that with the thumb will open the slide bar, and a click will close. So I'm just going to go back to a desktop view. Oh, gone a little bit too far. And let's look at the options available to you within the Slidey Bar. So you'll see here is a section that you can click on, and there's a number of options available to you. The first is the tab, which is the little piece I just clicked on. And you can see we can set the text, you can change the background, the color of the text, and also what the hover does, so when we move our mouse over it. So I'm just going to change this quickly just because I want something that stands out a little bit more. Oh, my spelling's gone horrible. Let's click that, change that to click me, and I'm going to let's choose a pretty bright green. Oh, and I'm going to change the text to a white. I'll change the hover to a dark, just to be a little bit different, and I'll just click on save, just so those are committed. Just as a demonstration here, so we can see how easy it is to configure the look of that tab, right? So there we go. You can see the tab's changed just as we made it. The other thing to note is the tab is sticky, right? So if you scroll down the page, it will always be in the middle on the right hand side. So like it will always present an option to your customers or readers, no matter where they are on the site. The other option we have here is the style. Now style pertains to the actual sidebar itself. The background is that white, the color. The text is the color of the body text within it, and the distance from the top of the page that sets where the close is. For sites that actually have a sticky navigation bar, when you're scrolling down them, the sticky navigation will stay put. So this allows you to set the close below the sticky navigation, otherwise you'd never be able to close it, which would be a bit pointless. So that allows you to configure that option. The next option we have is around headers. So headers being the headers here. Currently, as a default, set to H3. You can change that to whatever you wish. In this case, let's go a little bit smaller and wide. We'll leave the color as is. So I'm just going to save that. But you have full option to change, the background and the text look and feel and color on the tab itself. The actual fonts are inherited from your theme, so it lends quite nicely to the existing look and feel. But on that note, let's look at the most important things. Let's look at the content. This is where Slidey Bar really shines, right? We have some default content that's been loaded in as part of the install. The first one that you cannot see here is the search. Now, search is currently set to display on all these specific locations. You can filter content blocks accordingly to where you want them to display. Some blocks only in specific areas of your site, because the way that we have to programmatically pull data back is not available in other locations. Also, in some places it doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't necessarily make sense to show recent posts on a collection page, for instance. So, as an example, I'm just going to uncheck the Show on Homepage option. I'll just click Save just to make sure that goes through. And because this is the only piece of content that was currently displaying, the slide bar will no longer show, because there's nothing for it to show. So it's a key point. You'll never get the tab displayed or set visible if there is no content to show for that particular area. That way you can make it very targeted as well. If you only want the slide bar to show on your product pages, well, then you can filter it purely down to your products. The other added advantage to this is that means that you can be very targeted with specific pieces of content. I'll show you what I mean in that in a minute. So let's have a quick look at what other options we have here that are loaded by default. We have related products, recent posts, and categories. So I'm just going to go into a blog, and you'll see that the Slidey Bar has followed me through. And now the content has changed accordingly, because what we have in the Slidey Bar is we actually have recent posts, and recent posts are filtered to blogs and blog posts, right? So you can see it's pulled the recent posts and it's now displaying them as it should. We also have categories, aka tags, which is here at the bottom. And you can see it's also set to show on all these items. Now you can change the order by dragging these things around or deleting them or adding more. So as an example, I'm just going to remove the categories, and I'm just going to drag the search below the recent posts, and now I'm just going to hit save, and I'll commit it to my theme. And here we go, here's the Slidey Bar. And you'll see recent posts have now been moved to the top as per our order, and the search has been moved to the bottom. Right? Now, if I really wanted to be kind of funky, what I will do is actually I'm going to move my related products, which displays on product pages, below the search. So this way I can demonstrate to you how it changes in relation to where you are. So I'm just going to click on, let me just click on, make sure that's done, saved. And I'm going to click on I've got a link directly to a product example here. This lovely dress. Now if I click on this, what we have here is the search is as per the Slidey Bar configuration, is above the related products, and we have a number of related products here. And you can see they actually pull through. If you have the Shopify Reviews app, it pulls through the number of stars. We've got vendor, so we can change all these details on within that piece of content block. So I'm just going to actually tell it to hide a few of these items. I'm going to take out the vendor, and I'm just going to show only one item as an example, just to show you how you can manipulate the content within the Slidey Bar. And then let's take a look at what other options you have available, right? So we've got collections, which are great because it allows you to pull back a number of products, show them quite similar to the related products in the sidebar, and you can apply the display of that collection anywhere you want in the site. So if I just click on it as an example, you'll see what I mean. So here we go. We can just select the collection. We can show on the show the product vendor, product reviews. We can choose to display it on the home page, the blogs, the blog posts, collections, anywhere we want. And you can add any number of collections you wish to display. So you can show a collection of sale products on your home page. You can show a different set of products or collection on your blog posts. It's all possible by using the sort of the filtering that's available to you and the ability to add these content blocks in. Other content that we have available, custom text, which is great for just talking a little bit about your brand, your store, or your physical store locations. It really just allows you to write whatever you wish and then move it around wherever you want it. The one I really like are images. So if you can add an image, so I'm just going to pick one of the stock ones here and create an image ad. Now you could create multiple of them and choose where you want to display them. So you can have a series of images that are loaded on your blog pages, a series of images that are loaded on your home or on your products, etc., and create adverts. So I could just say, as an example, we've got a mango sale on. I'm not going to bother linking it, and that will now show. Right, I'm just going to remove the collection one because we didn't actually configure it to show a collection, just for the purpose of this demo. But before I hit save, let's just talk about the rest. We've got menu links. This allows you to load in navigation menus that you've pre-created. That allows your readers or browsers to then navigate to other areas of your store. So you could set up a title of categories, and you could then use those to map to deeper blog items or other blogs, or even directly to products themselves or to other collections with the titles of whatever you wish. So again, and you can add as many of these in as you want, and any order, and choose the display where to display them. So it really does offer you a very powerful capability of creating a very dynamic and customizable sidebar wherever you wish and however you wish. The remaining content items we've already displayed. We've gone tags, which are show the product tags and categories, and right at the bottom here we've got the ProBlogger functionality built in. So for those people who are currently using our ProBlogger application, you can directly add those sliders for those related content blocks into your sidebar. There's a little bit of tuning to do, but we have supporting articles for that, and it allows you then to spread your content around as well. And that is Slidey Bar. As mentioned, it is an extremely customizable and dynamic sidebar that allows you to have content wherever you wish, however you wish it, and at the same time keeping your store uncluttered. It also takes no developer experience to install, and it fits any theme. And that is Slidey Bar. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you will find it very, very useful for your store going forward. Thank you very, very much for spending the time with us, and that's it.